If what I am about to tell you is true,
Ah,
almost every...
shut up, Dennis Prager. All right. Hello, nobody. Um, I know I just went live, but hello, everybody, and welcome. This is another stream, and we're gonna be looking at some PragerU videos because I don't like PragerU, and I want to dismantle the universities. And by that I mean just this university that's not actually a university. But you know what? That's not important right now. What we're looking at today is we're going to look at a few of these nice little videos over here. I think we're going to go through maybe these five. I don't know if I have the strength to go through five. We might just do four or one, depending on how much strength I have. It really depends. All right, let's get to it. Oh, I won't escape. All right, here we go.
If what I am about to tell you is true, almost everything we most treasure, freedom, beauty, reason, the family, economic well-being, and even goodness, is in jeopardy.
Okay, I'm sorry. All right, freedom, I get. Mm-hmm. Reason, okay, I can understand that one. The family, I mean, well, economic well-being, all right, yeah, but goodness, how do you take goodness away? How do you take beauty away? Those are subjective things because some people find beauty in a sunset. Some people find beauty in the work that they do. It's very different for different people. So you can't just say, "Oh, beauty is going to be gone." What beauty? What goodness? That's a relative term. What are you defining as good? Giving to charity is considered good. You know, these kind of things. What is your mindset here? What is your thought process? How dumb are you, Dennis Berger?
Who or what poses this threat? The answer is the most powerful ideology of the last 100 years.
You know what's funny is that they say this in this video that it's the most powerful. Oh, it's the most powerful entity. It's like an octopus. It's in everything. But if you go under a different PragerU video, I guarantee you they're going to be like, well, the left is so small and they're so insignificant that they can just die. And I wouldn't care. And I'd be like, all right, whatever.
Leftism. Not liberalism, leftism. Or if you prefer, progressivism. Leftism destroys everything it touches.
No, it doesn't. Well, I mean, it destroys the status quo, but the status quo never stays like it is. Everything in life changes. I mean, you don't see people going on horseback all the time nowadays, do you? Because things change. It's inevitable. Progress is inevitable. You can hold it back as long as you want, but in the end, progress and change will catch up with you. Life changes. Nothing stays the same. Nothing.
Here are just a few examples. 1. The universities. Perhaps the most obvious example, one that many liberals acknowledge, is the left's near destruction of most universities as places of learning.
Oh, jeez. Wow. Oof. Gosh, somebody really needs to do some maintenance on the university. I mean, the whole steeple fell down, for gosh sake. Somebody pick up that statue of Aristotle. Somebody pick up that statue of Aristotle and George Washington. Keep Christopher Columbus down. Nobody cares about Columbus. Screw you, Columbus. But yeah, this place looks really run down. What is this, a zombie movie? What is this?
In the words of Harvard professor Steven Pinker, an atheist and a liberal.
Okay, let me just talk about this.
In the words of Harvard professor Steven Pinker, an atheist and a liberal.
I am already going to discredit whatever this guy says because he is a liberal. And you specifically said in the beginning, look right there. What does that say? Leftism, not liberalism. Leftism. So I will not. If you had a leftist professor, then maybe I'd hear him out. But this is a liberal professor, And the fact that he's an atheist really doesn't mean anything.
Because of the left, quote, universities are becoming laughingstocks of intolerance.
Spectre.us, Steven Pinker, advice, president. Okay. Universities are laughing stock intolerance. Okay. There we go. Laughing stocks of intolerance. Oh, here we go. Steven Pinker. My advice to the new president of Harvard. Okay, let's read this, shall we? Ooh, those are some piercing blue eyes there, good sir. Steward of our institution, but because of Harvard's fame. Yeah, universities are becoming laughing stocks of intolerance, with non-leftist speakers drowned out by jeering mobs. Professors subjected to Stalin-esque investigations for unorthodox opinions. Risible guidelines on microaggressions, such as "I believe the most qualified person should get the job." Students mobbing and cursing a professor who invited them to discuss Halloween costumes, and much else. Okay, can we talk about the fact that if you use the word Stalin-esque, I immediately don't care what you're saying. Stalin-esque, ooh. Many of the illiberal antics coming from the radical fringe of students, egged on by autonomous student life bureaucracy. What? This credibility drain. As far as I'm aware, Harvard is still like one of the most prestigious universities ever. So, I don't know. I just don't care. So, no, that's wrong.
Quote, at almost every university, and now high schools and even elementary schools, students are taught to shut down, not debate, those who differ with them.
What? I'm sorry? Oh my god, PragerU, what are you doing? Okay, in high school, I had a teacher. He was a really big influence on my life. And he would always tell me to debate people who if I thought that somebody was doing something, or I didn't agree with their ideology, to debate them as to why I believe that what they are doing is wrong. And even in college, I've been doing debating, and and professors have told me that is a good way to have discourse, to keep conversations going, to keep people informed. Nobody is saying that you should shut down conversations. The right likes to shut down a conversation. If you talk about the First Amendment, and people saying that they want to kneel for the flag, well, then, they bring up that people died for that flag. And they want to shut down that conversation because they know that that those soldiers didn't fight for a flag. They fought for your right to protest. They fought for the Constitution. They fought for the First Amendment. They fought for our liberties. But you want to make it about a darn flag. You want to make it about a stupid flag. I love the American flag. Don't get me wrong. But you're trying to say that this is not a conversation about us peacefully protesting. You're saying that it's a conversation about the troops. Because if you invoke the troops, the conversation gets shut down. You can't say anything bad about the troops. But I can say that it's pointless to go into endless wars. Alright, let's keep going.
And to rely on feelings rather than reason.
Nobody says this. Only